Hello, race fans. This is Erik with Tailgating with Erik's podcast, and we are recording live at Chicagoland, and you guys won't believe what we're doing this show at today. We're on top of a bus in the infield where you can see the whole track, and you can actually see it in the background, the track and everything. So this is epic for us, man, doing it on the bus. So my guest that I have on the show today is Mike Walsh and Matt Bauer. They both own the Black Betty bus.
Black Betty bus.
And we're on top of it. And this thing is epic, man.
Thank you.
It's like, you know, doing this show is like, you know, Barbara and I have been traveling all over the country, you know, doing these shows, but this is the first for us, man, doing the show on top of a bus. Awesome. I think this is fantastic, man. This is amazing.
We're glad you're here.
I appreciate it. So I understand. So I didn't get to meet you at Michigan. When I was at Michigan, you were there. You guys were at Michigan, and I didn't get the pleasure to meet you.
Right.
And I met Tim at Shenanigans and had him on my show in Michigan, and he's like, "Oh, you got to meet Mike and them over to Black Betty," and I'm like, "All right, yeah, that'd be cool." So then we and you got talking yesterday, and then we just like, let's do the show on top of the bus. And I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
So. What do you tell me, Mike? So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me, how you got started in all this and why you love NASCAR so much.
I started going to NASCAR races. My sister worked for Procter & Gamble back when they sponsored Mark Martin, the Folgers car.
Right.
And she got me hospitality one time.
Right.
And so I came that first time. It was all over by then. Then I started meeting people and networking, and I wound up in the garage. I wound up out in the infield with like the bad boys.
Right.
And we met them. We've been with them for 20-some years. So, and then I would go with them. My wife would never go. We kept trying to talk her into it, and she just said no. And then finally she said, as long as I got my own site and my own camper, I'll go. So then we started doing that. And then Matt, who's my nephew, he started coming with me, and he got excited. Both of us got the passion, and we've been looking at all these buses forever.
Yeah.
And decided, one of these days we're going to do it, And so one day we finally pulled the trigger. We actually bought a small bus that was on the fence in turn 1 at Michigan. We had to buy the bus. We didn't really want the bus, but we had to buy I wanted a site, so I had to buy the bus.
Right.
And while we were trying to figure out what to do with that bus, which we really didn't want it, one Monday morning I'd load on Tuesday, so it was home Monday morning, and Facebook, I saw this auction, and this bus was on it. And I called Matt, and I said, Matt, I think we're going to go after this. He said, okay, do it.
Do it.
So I wound up getting it bought it for $4,600 as steel. The diesel pusher bus, and we built it from there.
And it's a diesel pusher too,
It's a diesel pusher bus. Only 69,000 miles on it. So.
And you run this thing, from what you've told me, you take this to Talladega. You drive this.
Yeah, we've been to Talladega 3 times in it now.
And you live where?
Northern Michigan, Gaylord, Elmira, and Matt lives in Ohio, out of Loveland, Ohio, by Cincinnati.
Yep. Yeah, I know where Delta is. Yeah. Yep. So you guys just kind of get together and drive, or do you mostly do the driving? Do you take it to your house?
It stays at my house. Matt doesn't get to come as much as he'd like to because he's so far away.
Yeah.
But like when we go to Talladega, there's 4 of us from Michigan that go.
Yeah.
And we start. Well, there's 6 of us from Michigan. We start 4 in Gaylord, pick 2 more 2 hours down the road. Mm-hmm. We swing through Cincinnati, pick him up, and then make him drive the rest of the way.
Yeah, they pick me up in the middle of the night, and then while they're all sleeping, I drive us the rest of the way down to Talladega.
Yeah.
So I get my sleep in while they're driving, and then I do the rest of it.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, man. That's what this is all about. So tell me, you used to come here when it was racing here before in Chicago, right?
This is first time Chicago for me.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
first time I've been. No, the first time I've been in Chicago. Been to Michigan since '84.
Yeah. Michigan was a great time. Barbara and I decided we're going to come back next year. We're going to do Michigan next year. It was pretty awesome.
Cool.
I got a spot, and but Tim's like, man, you can just come over and park with us and hook up to the generator. So we might do that.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to come here? What made you come to the Chicago of all of the races? Is it because it's close, or?
Well, but it's like a bucket list. you know, we built this bus so we can go far away. We can take it to wherever we want to go.
Right.
And Chicago is close.
Right.
So it's nicer to go, you know, when we can get close. And when they're coming back here, it was like new. And as soon as we could get sites, we grabbed them.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Barbara. It's like, you know, they stopped the racing here in 2019, and when they announced that they were going to have it here, and we were coming from Sonoma, and I said, man, we're going to go right past here. Well, technically not right past here. We're going to have to take a little detour up northern and head back south and home. I said, we need to go because they might not do it again. And so she's like, yeah, you're probably right. And just like when we went to San Diego, that I think that was a one and done for Indy. And I think it was just because of the 250th anniversary, and it was pretty cool. It was good to experience it. But yeah, that's why we went. And so let me ask you. So if you're going back to Michigan next year, and you've been going there for how long? So, out of both racetracks, which one do you like the best?
With all this mud, that's easy, you know.
Yeah, it's been pretty muddy here, man. I have to tell everybody that we've had rain since Thursday night, and we've had rain every day since we've been here, and it is like a swamp in here. I mean, it's so muddy and so swampy in here. It's going to be chaotic for everybody getting out of here on Monday. It's not going to be.
We're on the hook for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I'm hoping I can creep my big coach out of that hole over there. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can get it done. So I know you said because of that, of the two races and stuff. And
we enjoy, you know, we've got a lot of friends at Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, we got quite a following. You know, we're starting to get a following with the Black Betty bus. You know, but this has been a blast.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, where we're at a racetrack and we're with friends, you know, I love it. You know, we've got good spots. I've been fortunate over the years. I keep migrating towards the fence. So now I've actually got 14 sites at 3 different tracks.
Wow.
And I've got 4 sites on the fence at Michigan. I've got this spot here, which is right on the fence, and then I have we've got a spot on turn 4 at Talladega, which is excellent in front runners.
But I just wanted to let everybody know. I mean, a lot of people, you know, I read a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I read people's comments. I don't like to comment on people's stuff, but I read people's stuff, and there's been a lot of comments going on around about that. All of us in here, all of us campers with our big motorhomes and all this kind of stuff, and those campers, like, we're not real race fans, and we just come here to have a camping spot, and you know, and that's it. I have to beg the difference. It's not that way. We're all like a family in here, and we all love racing. We all love them. We love, everybody loves racing. We invite everybody to come up, and just like you invited me to come up on top of your bus to watch the race. I don't want people to feel like that's all we are, all us race fans are. It's like a party hole, because we're not. It's part of it, but we're all race fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I mean, okay, so of all the racetracks you've been, so now this year what we've been doing the show is we've been trying to take the show on the road, and we've been trying to everybody goes to the same racetrack year after year. They don't go outside their bubble. And this whole year of this traveling around on the show is to try to get people to go to other racetracks, to get people back coming to the races again. So everybody I've had on my show, I've asked them to explain, why do you recommend people to come to Chicago? What would you recommend them to come to the racetracks?
Well, because we're all close in here. This is a lot closer than Michigan. People are closer together. You know, it's unique.
Right.
Each track is unique. Here you can walk to everything. Michigan, even though this is 1.5 miles, Michigan's 2 miles. It feels like it's twice as big as here. Yeah. You know, but everything is right here. It's close. I've not been at time yet to go across the street, but I'm going to do that after the show. Yeah.
So we're going to do that too, because Barbara wants to go out there too. She's trying to find a T-shirt. It's a girl's T-shirt. They don't have her size inside here, so they told her she needs to go outside. So we're going to try to do that. I got my T-shirt and my pin that I'll collect, and that's, you know, we're really looking forward to it. You know. Yep. And so
Matt can tell you more about going to more races, because Matt sets all his PTO for the year on races.
Really?
And
yes.
I have the whole year's worth of PTO squirreled away within the first 2 weeks of January every year, just because the race calendars are all out. So book it all in advance, and I go to anywhere between 10 to 15 races a year, and it's not just NASCAR. It's IMSA, it's ARA, it's NHRA, you name it. Basically, if it's got wheels and a motor, I'm going to it.
That's
I'm
cool.
all about it.
So what do you do for a living?
I work for a company called Granger Construction as a superintendent for them.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then what about you, Mike?
I'm a truck driver. I'm over the road for Northern Logistics. I'm an owner-operator.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I drive all the time anyway, so driving down here is no big deal to me, I 8 hours to 11 hours a day anyway, so.
Yeah.
But this is a great, I like to get away.
I know. It's amazing, man. I mean, it's been really unbelievable. But other than dealing with the mud and everything, and it's been pretty fun, man. We've had a good time, man.
Yeah.
We've been sitting over at Tim's place over at Shanigan's, holding his tent down. The rain was blowing so hard. Every time I go over there, it seems like he's like, "Hey, come over here and help me with my tent down." I'm like, "Okay." So I go over there and help him hold it down. So
yeah, yesterday we were both over there standing next to each other, holding his tent down while I'm watching to make sure the rest of mine didn't blow down. I started out with 6 and lost 4 on Friday.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact, the one that we're under right now was on the ground this morning, and we cobbled it back together so we could put it up.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. It does look good, man. And you did a good job getting it back up.
Yeah.
So let's take a time out here. Let's run a commercial real quick, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
All right. What's up, race fans? It's Erik with Tailgating with Erik's podcast. You know the feeling you wake up before dawn, haul the cooler to the track, stand in line for hours, screaming your lungs out through every caution flag, green, white, checkered finish? That's not just watching racing. That is fighting for every lap, every pass, every victory. And when the checker flag finally drops, you earn that ice-cold reward. That's why Modelo Special is different for us. Brewed with that same fighting spirit, pure, crisp, no shortcuts. It's the beer that says we showed up, we battled, and now we celebrate. The next time you are tailgating at a speedway or rewatching the epic duel on TV, reach for a Modelo. Raise it high for the driver that never quits. Modelo Special is the mark of a fighter. Find it wherever a great beer is sold, or better yet, stock that cooler before the next green flag. Salute, race fans. All right, we're back on, guys.
Okay.
So Barbara, she helps me a lot. My wife helps me a lot do the show, and she helped me put this, help me write questions, people's names, all that kind of stuff. She kind of helps me keep my mind thinking and stuff. And so she told me that she wants to know what makes Chicago so special to you guys.
Well, since the first time here, and they brought it back, and we've got the bus. We've had people come before, when they were, and they liked it. So we really wanted to check it out. And Tim's been a big help too. Tim Shenanigans, and it's his home track, and we've been talking ever since they said they're going to bring it back, And we were fortunate enough to grab sites, and we were right across the street from each other, which is cool, because we've gotten to know them over the years from Michigan. The Bad Boys bus, which is right behind us. They have been going in that same spot for many years, and they've been, so we've been friends with all of them. So we really wanted to come and do this, and I hope they keep coming, because we'll keep coming.
Yeah. And so then yesterday, from when I, saw the ARCA, you had Black Betty on the side of the car.
Yeah, we put Black Betty on a quarter panel.
I could not believe it when I saw that. I could not believe you put the name of the bus on the side of the car yesterday for the ARCA race.
Yeah.
And then you didn't sponsor something for the rally too, didn't you?
No, I didn't sponsor that. I just had a garage pass for a friend of mine, so we hung out with Viking Motorsports yesterday, which was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was cool though that you had that on the side of the car. I did. Yeah.
And we really like to do that because they're a low budget team. It's Andy Hillenberg's kid Dustin.
Yeah.
And it helped him run the whole race.
Yeah.
You know, it really wasn't that much. But anytime we can help these guys, younger racers, you know, and these underfunded teams, you know, they get seat time, and it's just helping them do their passion, and we get to enjoy our passion. Yeah, it was cool because I ran the signboard and helped them with tires a little bit, so it was fun.
It's pretty awesome, because we're talking about maybe next year putting something on the side of a car next year for tailgating with Erik, and next year. So we're looking into that for maybe doing something on a rally car next year.
Yeah,
so
that'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
So all right, so then I don't know if Barbara, I don't know if you ever heard, we do an award on the show every year. We started it. This was really we were going to start it this year. We talked about it. We didn't do it last year, but we talked about it. But we started talking about the award, and then people were saying, well, because we kept saying on the show that if we had it last year, we would have given it to Danny. And so a lot of fans wrote in and said, man, you guys need to make one for 2025. As much as you talk about that, you'd have given it to Danny. You need to give it to Denny. And so I talked to Barbara and I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get one made for 25, and then we already have one made for the 26 season. We'll just go ahead and give Danny the 25. So we went and did it. We went and gave him the 25 in Charlotte this year, and back in May, and he loved it. And
nice.
So I have the 26 in my camper. I should have brought it over here, but the award it's called the Full Throttle Award, and we give it to a driver that we feel that went all balls out to win a championship. He might win it. He might not win it. But it's 50% of the fan votes and 50% of a committee vote. So, in saying that, who would you think deserves the Full Throttle Award this year?
Matt?
So far. I'm not saying that. So far.
This is going to be a really unpopular opinion. The performance from Tyler Reddick this year, and I'm not a Tyler Reddick fan.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy has won just about everything that they put him into this year. The car is fantastic. He has done a fantastic job racing. I mean, they're leading the championship currently.
He's not
anymore. No, not anymore. He was for a while.
Denny.
Oh, okay.
Denny's got the lead, I think, by 2 points because of what happened last week.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. No, but the start to this season, as it sits right now, like it has to go to Tyler Reddick. Just the performance that they put on early on. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. But
I do agree with you, but I think it's also compared to Denny too, winning again next 2 years in a row. Because I mean, Denny, he's put it on, man. He's been putting it on to catch Reddick.
I can't deny that either.
Yeah,
I can't deny that either. It'd probably be a toss up between the two.
Yeah. So far this year, that's what we're looking at so far.
Yeah. We kind of like watching the hosts of our show too. Watching him.
We do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you that we met him in Sonoma, and when we were there last weekend, and Barbara went in there and got her autograph on a shirt. I got him on a hat. Got a hat with autograph, and he had to have a wristband to get his autograph. And they went through real quick with the wristbands, and he stayed there and he signed more autographs. And then after it was over with, he got out of the camper or out of the trailer, walked out, took photos with every person that walked up to him. And signed and autographs. All the people walked up to him, and he literally. It took him an hour, and he literally stayed there and kept doing it until every last fan got their picture and autograph from him. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
It's really hard to not like that kid, especially if you have an experience like that. He's somebody that really understands. The fans are what makes this happen, and you're here for them. It's a racing job, but without the fans, there's no racing.
That's
exactly,
right.
And he really gets that. And I've heard multiple people say that at multiple different tracks that he sticks around and autographs and takes pictures for as long as it takes.
Yep. So yesterday, the campsite behind us won the best campsite, infield campsite, and Bosvar came over there, and he gave him all they did an interview with him right there and presenting all the presents and stuff to all the fans, the people who won. And I walked up to him, and and got his autograph. He signed my Tailgate with Erik T-shirt, and he stood right there until people started coming up. And he was taking pictures with all the kids, signing autographs, doing all that kind of stuff, and he was fantastic, just like he always has. And I've already asked him twice. I've asked him twice to be on my podcast, and I've asked him, and I want him on my podcast. I want him to be my very first driver I interview on my podcast. Yeah. And he keeps telling me he's going to do it. He's going to do it, and I'm like, I want him on here.
Yeah.
So he, I want him on the show pretty bad. I like to have him on here because I think it'd be a pretty good show, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. He's a good interview. I saw clips of it where he actually hosted the Dale Jr. Download.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've seen him on there before. So.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick commercial break here, and we'll come right back. Hey, race fans. It's Erik with Tailgating with Erik's podcast. Life can move pretty fast sometimes, almost as fast as a NASCAR race. But here on North Carolina coast, we like to take things slow. Living here has a lot of perks. Good surf, beautiful scenery, fresh seafood, and plenty of tracks nearby where you can get your race fix. Caldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage has everything you need to make your move you've been craving. Whether you are upsizing, downsizing, investing, or dreaming about your next chapter, they have the guidance you need to move forward with confidence. Caldwell Banker Seacoast Advantage has top agents that can help you make your house your home. Check out seacoastrealty.com. That's seacoastrealty.com. Let's make your next move your best one yet. All right, we're back on, guys. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, we were talking about Hocevar, having him on the show, and it would be awesome to have him on the show. I don't know how I can make it happen, but we're going to try to do it.
Yep.
I do have Tanner Gray lined up to do in Talladega in the fall. Tanner Gray on the truck is going to come and do my show in Talladega, so we're gonna do that.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome.
Yeah, we keep getting invited back to Talladega for the fall race, but I keep getting offered spots on Talladega Boulevard, and it's just we'll end up doing it, and it's far enough off. Who knows what could happen,
You need to do it, man. I mean,
Matt knows I've done crazier things.
We have such a good time there for that race, man. It's unbelievable what we do there. But yeah. But anyways, all right. So let's do something. We need to talk about something else. Now, what do we need to talk about? Now, tell me a little bit about Black Betty. I mean, is this like?
Black Betty is kind of it's still a work in progress. We started out the first time we went to Talladega. We had the rack done. The platform was done, but we had little else. We had bunks in there, but they weren't finished. And we just threw everything in. We had a ladder. We didn't have the but we had to do stairs. We've been going with the bad boys for a long time. And their bus, I designed it, I kind of modeled after theirs, but then I made improvements, because we're all kind of getting up there a little bit, and it's hard for them to get on their bus because they just got a ladder.
Right.
So that's why I put stairs with a railing, because they're out here watching. They get on my bus, they can't get on theirs, and I'm glad I get to do that for them.
Yeah, that's good.
So we've designed all that. The reason it got to be black, we started to just black out some of the yellow stuff, and my wife went crazy. She started painting. I was out driving, and she started painting. She painted this whole bus.
Really?
All the checkered flags. It was just a little decal thing, and she put it up there. Every single one of those around the bus. Yeah. She's done a lot of work in here. All the blackout curtains in there. She's done. She pretty much. I got to go to work when I get home. Yeah. She'll clean it out. I'll pull it out, but she'll do all the laundry, and she'll go in there and clean it, and she'll organize and, yell at me, keep telling me texts about how terrible it is, because we trashed it so bad and everything like that. Yep. But she makes all the food. She she sends a ton of stuff. She loves the bad boys. She says, make sure they eat. Yeah. Send them, potato salad, macaroni salad, the firecrackers that she makes, So she's, even though she's not here, she's a big part of it, and she's a big support, So
does she come to the races at all?
She stopped coming kind of when we started doing the bus. But she had her course. She'd done it. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm okay.
Okay.
Because I had enough stuff for the bus and for the camper, the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And we could come. She could have her own site. But she just said, no, this is, we'll go do other things. So
where did the name come from? Where did the Black Betty name come from?
Black Betty name come from our friend Sarah Zeilinger, who we've been going to the race. I've been going with them forever, and we were trying to figure out what a name was. She said Black Betty. That's all it could be, Black Betty. And so we started. It was Black Betty, and then Ram Jam Black Betty, and so that's what it is. But yeah, Black Betty goes more than just races. We go to there's a party up there. My buddy puts on. It's a big rock bar at Spar, and the bus has to come. He's cleared trees out, puts a spot, and he keeps moving me closer. Because I'm part of the thing. Yeah. So, and he goes with me to Talladega. He's my camp steward, Mike Monachek. All buddies. You know what I mean? And that's so cool about it. That we all can go and have fun and take our buddies, and kind of a labor of love is what it's been. So
if you had any stories that you want to tell, what would be your favorite story to tell about being in the Black Betty bus? It can be anything. It could be anything about a party that you guys had here, somebody falling down. Anything. What is your best story?
Easy. I got this one because he's not even going to think of it somehow. But it was at Talladega this year. We were all up here hanging out on the bus, watching the race, and we knew it was coming. A couple of us did. We didn't tell him. We didn't tell Mike. Yeah, we all knew. But about 3/4 of the way through the race, all of a sudden Fox rolls up, and they come up here and they do their midway broadcast from the top of the bus.
You know what? I think I remember seeing that on TV. Now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, and just before that, a local TV crew was up there doing Live at 5, and they did with the bus and all that. We thought that was it, and my buddy says, this isn't it. And so as we're doing that, they said, Chris Myers and Jamie McMurray at the bottom of the steps. What? So that was very cool. Yeah. Last year at Talladega, we had Brad Keselowski and Ryan Preece. Yeah. They were up on the bus, and we were on turn 4, so they were up here looking at the wall in turn 4 because Brad said, my spot to go to pit road was this Talladega on the wall, and they had moved it. Yeah. So he's got to find another mark, and they looked for a little bit. Finally, Ryan says, I'm using this flag because we got a 20-foot flagpole on the top of the bus. Yeah. I'm going to use this flagpole. So that was another cool. But to me, the most, and it's kind of, I'm wearing my shirt. Okay, it's my Greg Biffle shirt. Yeah. I got this with him at Talladega last year on the Boulevard when he was with Cletus, and they did their road trip with the motorhome. Yeah. And I got to talk to him for probably 20 minutes, and it was kind of cool because I didn't like him when he was a driver. I really didn't like him. But all the stuff that he did after with the hurricane in North Carolina and all that relief stuff, and just talking to him for 20 minutes. And then when he passed away, it hit home like it was it was a family member. Yeah. So I actually had some of these shirts made, and I met Cletus this year, Cletus and Squirrel in the ARCA garage. Right. I wanted Cletus to rip my sleeves off like they do. Yeah. And he said no, he had one that went bad one time, and they won't let him do it. But Squirrel did. But then Squirrel took them off, and they both signed the shirt, and of course that's going under glass. So
that's cool.
So that was cool. But we just keep making them. Every place we go, we make more memories, and we meet more people like you. Yep. So now we're bonded. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I want to thank you for letting me do the show up here because this is fantastic up here. We
love doing first. We love being part of first. So
yeah, this is different. This is amazing, and then being up here and around the track and being able to see everything and everybody can see it on the camera. Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
And then your next show, you can meet the people that we met because of NASCAR. Yep. And they met us, and they can tell the story about that. Okay. So that's a good story. But they're good friends of mine. So
okay. All right, guys. Well, we hit the 30-minute mark, so we always try to do the show for 30 minutes. The reason we do it for 30 minutes is so it makes it short for people who can listen to it when they're going to work, when we're driving home from work. So yeah, but Mike, thanks very
Erik.
much. Thanks for Matt, thanks for being on the show.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, and this was great, man.
Yeah,
thanks
Appreciate
again.
it.
Cool.
All right, fellas,
Thanks
guys.
for
This is Erik with Thunder Roll. Erik's podcast, Thunder Roll. We're rolling out.